what I see in you, Johnny, is I see a very, very good person that doesn't want to fall into all the things that are around you, and you're looking, and you're trying to stay away from things that are out there. Johnny, you said something to me about drugs all around you, the drugs that are all around you every day. Tell me about that.
Well, it's got like a little the drug problem has gotten way out of hand. Everywhere from the needles to the cats to the people in the street. Everybody's pretty much like zombies out there, most of the part. That's one problem I try not to get into, because it can lead into other things and bad habits. Eventually, it's going to put you in jail for the rest of your life, or it's going to mess around and kill you. I've seen what drugs do to people. It takes a good person. That's the thing about it. It's not even discriminatory. They don't care what race you are. They got one thing in common: your money and messing up your life. I've seen big people do nice things for themselves, had something to show for, but they even messed it all up. Because they were, like Napoleon Hill said, you let the devil in.
Johnny, you're about the same age I was when Bill the Plant Man gave me a copy of Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, and it's been the most positive influence in my life for the last 45 years, because Napoleon Hill is such a, he says it like it is. And when I gave you Outwitting the Devil, you've just been talking to me about that book for the last week. And I think that what's going to happen here is that over the next 5 years of your life, you're probably going to get more and more and more focused and get a better handle on what it is that you want to do. And you'll get up and get motivated, and all of a sudden, you're going to separate yourself from the pack, Johnny. You're going to be out there just giving of yourself to other people in a way that helps other people, and you know that you got a purpose. Let me ask you a question, Johnny. What would you see yourself if I told you, I want you to look 5 years into the future, and if you were to like daydream and almost fantasize, and if you could be anything, do anything with your life in 5 years without having any obstacles stop you, no physical obstacle, no financial obstacle, nothing. If you could be the person that you would just dream about being, what would you see yourself being in 5 years?
Well, I got to be realistic with me being fantasizing about it, since you asked that hypothetical question. 5 years, let me see, 2 years. A bachelor's degree in software development, and at least a nice apartment with a car in the next 5 years. Basically, me getting the ball rolling and me living out life. That's where I see myself in the next 5 years.
That's beautiful, Johnny. That's beautiful. So you want an education, a degree in software development, and you want an apartment, and you want a car, okay? That's 3 parts of it, okay? Did I say those right?
Yes, sir. Yeah, Steve. You pretty much put the nail on the head.
Okay. And let me ask you this too. How about how you sort of feel about stress and pressure in your life? Talk about that part of your life in 5 years. Obviously, if this is a dream come true where I want to be in 5 years, tell me what your life would feel like.
The constant doubt, the obstacles, that's one thing. One thing, like I said, I'm going to mention Napoleon Hill again because, like you said, I've been talking about it for like the last week since you gave me the book. It pretty much, the book gets inside, it gets inside your head. I'm going to tell you that. The book gets inside your head. And when it gets inside your head, it knows how, because it tells you how the devil operates when he interviews the devil. It talks about it. If he knocks you down a couple of times, he know after a while you're going to just give up and just be like, forget about it. And as slowly your determination goes down, it takes it away. And it gets control of you. He always used the big P word to him, which was poverty. Poverty. Yeah. Being broke, no job? No. That's how it gets you down. Gets worse, I know, but at the same time, it gets like it kind of questions you, you know? Like, I know I'm not supposed to be in this position with the potential I have, but I'm in it. But like Napoleon Hill said, the people that he interviewed, they were part of that 2%. They were the ones who were down like me and yourself. They were the ones starting from the bottom, working their way up. They also mentioned like perseverance. I always thought that was a pretty word though. Perseverance. To persevere. Yeah, it means to keep striving, to keep going. Don't let it knock you down. Just keep dusting. It's going to get better. That's what my mom tried to teach me. Every time I try to go out there and get a job, you don't have the experience. You don't have the experience. I need somewhere to start. I need a stepping stone. That's why I'm out here trying to get a stepping stone. It's hard to get that stepping stone. But she always keeps telling me, keep faith. But it's hard, you know. It's like, okay, I'm going to try to keep the faith, but I know what I need to do. But it's right there. It's like somebody dangling a piece of candy to a baby, and they reach and try to hide and get it. Eventually, they're going to start crying, and they don't want it no more. You know?
Yeah, I do know. That's a pretty good description there. So you're out there, and the world you live in is a pretty hard world with a whole lot of things that are trying to grab you and pull you off the straight and narrow. And so, Johnny, let me throw this at you for a minute. When you're out there, the last job you had, where was the last job you had?
It was a recycling plant. It was a recycling plant called TFC in Chesapeake.
Okay. And when you were working, it obviously wasn't something that you want to do for the rest of your life, correct?
That is correct. Yes.
Well, tell me, you've already told me that you see yourself as being a college degree software development person, making decent money so you can afford the basic things in life. We got that part straight, okay?
Yes.
Now what I want to come back to that, Johnny. Why have you, well, I kind of know the answer you just said. The reason that you haven't got a job and you've been interviewing a lot is because people want you to show that you've had experience. And you told me, how are you going to get experience if they won't hire you? You told me that, correct?
Yeah.
Well, let me ask you this, though, Johnny. Have you ever thought about taking a job that's not what you want as a means to an end? And if you can set your goal, like where you really want to be in 5 years, and then pull back and say, okay, I'm not going to get where I want to be in 5 years unless I have a plan and I go step by step by step by step toward that plan. Correct?
That is correct. I hear that a lot.
Okay, so
now I'm on hold with them too.
Repeat that, Johnny. I could not hear that.
I said that is correct. With the whole plan that you said, I would do it, but they put me on hold too. That's what I'm waiting for now. There's a couple of jobs that I've been looking at, and that's one of them. And they keep telling me the same thing with the candy dangling over, like the baby dangling the candy over me again. We don't have a position open yet, but we'll give you a call. I've been getting that for like the past 2 weeks now.
Okay, Johnny, let me ask you a question. When would you think is the best time to get a job if you're looking for a job? It's a trick question, Johnny. It's a trick question.
Can you repeat the question again?
Yeah, and when you answer, keep talking like you just did, nice and clear. Johnny, when do you think is the best time to get hired by somebody?
As soon as possible to me.
That's a great answer. That's a better answer than what I'm going to give you, but here's my answer. The best time to get a job is when you already have a job. Let's play with that for a minute, Johnny. Think about what I just said. If you're out there looking for a job and you already have a job, tell me what the interview is going to look like.
Okay. You made the light bulb go off now. You made the light bulb go off, Steve.
Go really loud, Johnny. Talk like 5 times as loud because you're talking good now. The light bulb just went off, Johnny. Tell me why. Tell me why the light bulb just went off.
Yeah, the conversation is going to go like this. So, Mr. Thomas, what are you currently employed? Yeah, I'm working at such and such. Oh, you do? Yeah, it do one thing to lead to another, and then I can get that job. Then I could, yeah. That sounds like a nice plan.
Let me show you this, Johnny. Let's say that you want a job as a person in an environment where you're going to be making like $22 an hour doing some kind of a middle management supervisory kind of job, okay? It doesn't matter. And you're working flipping burgers at the Burger King around the corner from your house, okay? And when you interview and they see on your resume, well, Mr. Thomas, you're over here at Burger King making minimum wage. And then your answer could be this simple. Yes, sir, I am, but that's not what I want to do for very long, but I've got responsibility. I'm just trying to take care of some of my bills, and I'm looking for another job because I want to better myself. You see where I'm going, Johnny?
Yes, I do, Steve.
In other words, Johnny, you would be better off taking any kind of a job because the next time you have an interview, you're already employed. They know you're trying. They know you're facing some responsibility. But when you're out there not working for a year and they look at you, they're not sure that your work ethic and the way that you approach life is going to be something that they want to bring into their company. Now, there's literally a million minimum wage jobs out there if you want to get. Johnny, my wife told me to tell you this, and by the way, my wife and her sister are traveling to North Carolina today, and I pray that they have a nice, safe trip, and that it's a nice vacation, couple days for my wife to be with her daughter and her grandkids. And I just thank the Lord for blessing her with the chance to have this beautiful weather and take a trip with her sister and go see her daughter and our grandkids, and let's just pray that they're safe. Johnny, she told me to make sure that I told you that they're having a job fair at Waterside and that they got hundreds of jobs that they're going to be hiring people for when they open up the new Waterside. And she said that would be good for Johnny because that's in walking distance from his house. Johnny, what we're trying to say here is, it's what Jeff Heiser says on his show. You got to take that first step. If you start bringing a little bit of money, then you feel better about yourself, and it's just a means to an end. Now, Johnny, I'm going to tell you one more thing that's important here. If you take a job like so many people do,